Have you ever had something in your life that you saw one day, maybe when you were a little kid, and you were on a little comic strip called Brawl in the Family, and you saw a game made by the guy that made Brawl in the Family, and you thought to yourself, man, I gotta get that. But then you didn't have money, and you didn't know how to explain that you needed money to get this game, and you didn't even know if the game was out yet. It was just on the Kickstarter thing. So you wait and wait, and eventually the game kind of slips from your memory completely, until one day, after you've moved all the way from the state that you once were in this hypothetical situation, and you were all the way in a place like, I don't know, South Carolina, and suddenly this giant flood comes in and just locks you in your house. And so desperately, like you do, you search all around Steam, and you find this game, and suddenly all the memories come flooding back. Ever had a situation like that? No? I'm the only one? Okay. Well, that's the only way that I can describe Tadpole Treble. The only other way I can think to describe it is 10 out of 10. Tadpole Treble gets a 10 out of 10. One of the best games I've ever played. I recommend it to everybody. Go play the game right now. Tadpole Treble is a rhythm game. Yeah, a rhythm game. I can't say I'd ever think that a rhythm game was one of my favorite games ever, but here we are. And dadgummit, what a great rhythm game this is. Well, as you can see from the footage going on right now, each note is actually an obstacle that you have to dodge. So it's actually kind of taking the reverse of how most rhythm games go, I guess. How in a normal rhythm game you're supposed to touch the notes and make it go. In this you're supposed to just get through the level without touching the notes. But on your way, the more notes that you don't touch, and the more little pellets that you pick up, the more points you get. And when you get to the end, pretty much that's the end. That's the end of the level, and you just do that however many times. There are also many little like symbols and stuff to press, and hit the little reeds and all those things. But all of them still like flow into the rhythm. None of it ever takes away from any of the flow of the rhythm game, which is exactly what side things in rhythm games are supposed to do. So it does it very well. Other than that, you just move up and down with the up and down arrows, or I guess if you play it on the Wii, it's on the Wii buttons. But anyway, it's very for the most part relaxing sort of game. Nothing too crazy here, which is very unlike most rhythm games that I've played. But yeah, it's pretty much just a rhythm game. A rhythm game where you're supposed to avoid the little pellets and collect all the bubbles, and sometimes there are little challenge flies to get. It's all a very great experience. And actually, there are badges to get for both getting S rank and F rank. And believe this or not, getting an F rank is actually harder than it takes to get an S rank, and that's saying something, because S rank is super hard to get. For you to get S rank, you have to like get exactly every single thing and use your tactical charge exactly at the right time, get the exact right amount of notes, get the exact right score to get an S rank. That being said, with all the notes that you can clearly see on this screen, and how every single one of them that you pass gives you an extra 30 points, getting an F is extremely harder, because you have to know when to hit to break your screen. It's all very well maintained, it's all very well put. And it's a very self-explanatory game. Even in this tutorial, you pretty much understand how to play it pretty much exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much how to play this game. Now to move on, what I like about the game. The first thing that comes to mind when I think about reasons I like this game is the music. Oh my gosh, the music. And if you've ever heard of any of Matthew Toronto's stuff before, this will not come as a surprise to you. He is a master composer, and he does not hold back with this game at all. Every single song in this game is just perfect. Every single one of them is catchy. There isn't a single song in this entire game that I was like, oh, I have to play this level and hear the music again. No, the music is amazing. It's the best part of this entire game by far. That's not the only thing that's good about the game, though. There are things like the art style is good, and The controls, like, they work fluidly for the most part, but I'll get to that. But yeah, the game's just super enjoyable. Another thing I really like about the game is that you don't have to be a hardcore gamer to play it, like I see with a lot of other rhythm games. What I like about this game is that it's open to both, which I think really captures the spirit of the Nintendo games that this is trying to replicate. That it doesn't require you to be a master to play the game and have a good time with the game, but it does lend room for you to become better at the game and do this completely flawlessly. In fact, my first playthrough of this game was actually very horrendous. I didn't do very well at it at all, and now look at me, still pretty much just as bad. Not to mention, you have different kinds of levels, not just these this sort of thing, and the one that you saw before. You have like fast songs, you have slow songs, you even have songs with singing. Yeah, singing. It's not just piano and other instruments. Some of them you actually have singing, and it's just as cool as it sounds. It's Matthew Toronto, and I think his brother does some of the things too, but yeah, they're singing in them. This whole game is just so cute. Everything about this game is just like, aw, this is so great, because it's all Matthew Toronto who made this. Because not only is Matthew Toronto the best musician, the best singer, and next he's also the best artist, I think. So, really, this is just Matthew Toronto's best thing, the best thing that I think he's done so far. And honestly, Matthew, if you're watching this, it's just amazing, and I really think that you did a great job with this one. Real great job for however much that means that a subscriber with 80 YouTubers is saying that, but for reals, this is at least the best game that I've ever played. Yeah. And I really miss Brawl in the Family too. I just like to point that out. I like to put that one in there too, but I miss Brawl in the Family. But anyway, so yeah, so now that this is all the things that I like about this game, there are unfortunately some flaws, but I will talk about those. So remember when I said there were side challenges you could do? Yeah, those are my dislikes. Not that they're bad or that they don't give you anything. It's that they're so difficult. Okay, maybe that's because Kiwikat, you suck, you're a casual gamer. Okay, fine, whatever. But this level in particular, the Piranha Jungle, whew, man. I mean, it's a good thing I like this song, because if not, I would be so angry at this game. Pretty much, the only problem that I have, gameplay-wise, is that the challenges are difficult. But that's not anything that I can condemn a game for. That's like, no, you can't condemn a game for that. You're asking for a challenge, that's why it's called a challenge and not a mandatory thing. You can beat the entire game without even getting a single A+, without getting a single S, getting a single 100 things, without getting a single challenge flag. You can beat the entire game without doing any of that. So, I'm not condemning this game for that at all. I will just warn you, I guess, if you do want to play this game, that, yeah, the challenges are pretty difficult. For the most part. I think there's like a couple challenges that I got, and I was like, I didn't even do anything. How did I get this? But this one in particular is the one that gave me the most trouble. And I don't beat it in this playthrough. Yeah. There's also one other thing that I cannot condemn the game for at all. There's this one little bug sometimes where if you're trying to go down, or if you're trying to go down but also hit something, which only happens at levels where you have to hit something. If you try to go down and hit something, it'll make you skip. It'll make you skip a bar. So if you were trying to get like the 100 things and then you accidentally twitched and like I do and twitched and hit, then you skip that bubble and there you go, you lost an entire bubble. And but again, it's nothing that I can condemn the game for. The game is perfect in every other sense. There's really nothing at all that I can really say that ruins the game. Those things kind of annoying, but nothing that I can condemn the game for. Oh, there's one more thing that I remember. I also kind of don't like that I have to play the entire song to just get one bubble, but at the same time that goes in with the, if you're trying to get it, then it's a challenge, and it's a self-imposed challenge at that. So, you know, there's, again, there's no way that I can condemn the game for that. That's something that I chose. It's a not mandatory challenge. So those are my only complaints. But other than that, this game is just the best. This is the best game. So I'm sure you're wondering what the story of this game is. And while you kind of play the story throughout the thing, there is kind of a story. So there's going to be spoilers after this, obviously. So don't, if you don't want to see them, I guess, then skip to later in the thing. So as you saw from the beginning, you saw that that one day a little tadpole was born, and she went off into the world, and she started swimming around, and she went a little bit too far away from home, and swam out into the ocean. There was a big old bird, and the bird snapped her up. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. Get snapped. And then snatched, the bird gets her, she goes, oh no. And from there, Baton finds herself stuck in the mouth of this sea. Dejected and losing hope, she tries to find the way out. It's the beak. She stays determined. And finally, she escapes and falls down into the mountains. And from there, it just gets worse and worse. She fights bears, she fights turtles, she fights mosquitoes, she fights a giant barracuda, she finds Etude the frog, who eats birds for some reason, and then she goes down a waterfall, and yes, there's a waterfall in this game, and that makes the game good. My point still stands that every good game has a waterfall in it. She fights the cold weather in general. She fights piranhas, and then she goes to Thunder Creek, and then she goes to the saltwater ocean, where things get a little bit slowed down. Never mind, I'm actually gonna explain that. But Baton finally makes it back, and everything is so happy, except for no it isn't, because F you, that's why. Why would everything be happy when you got back? I don't know, maybe evil humans made the world, and so there's oil everywhere. I don't know, Eagle comes back. Just kidding, Eagle is not evil this time, because oil is the great equalizer among animals. And then they're like, hey, we gotta go kill this plane. And so they're like, hey, get in my mouth. And it's that scene from Nemo. And he's like, okay, let's go. He's like, alright, let's go, we're going. So he jumps into his mouth, and the bird flies all the way to the place. The sunken derelict. I think it's desolate derelict is what it's called. I don't know, I'll probably remember. So pretty much the final boss of this is a robot. I don't know when that happened, but I can't really complain because this last boss fight is pretty dank, I gotta say. It's a 3-part boss, obviously, as they come. But so Baton immediately starts cutting at the wires to make sure there's no evil things, and I would have gotten those, but I also don't care enough. So then there comes the rock part. It's like a rock band, like bam 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 bam. And then it's just pretty much like the most evil thing ever, and it's the best. It's up and skip the thing. Nope, Baton didn't die. So then the game just really loses its mind, and then immediately turns into a show choir thing at the end. Not really show choir, but it's a song. I didn't expect it to end with a song. Especially it kind of reminds me of the Little Shop of Horrors song, kind of just a little bit. But yeah, it just randomly turns into this, and it's I think it's purposely one of those super catchy songs because it repeats forever. That's what it's called. It's called another refrain. Yeah, it's super catchy. I'm fighting the urge to sing it right now, just out of pure professionalism. But yeah, this is what this is, and then eventually, Baton kills whatever this is, and then so as the thing dies, the world starts just crumbling around Baton, and Baton is stuck in this place and sizzling all over the place, and Baton is trapped and explodes, and Baton lands just right by the window, just barely enough to see, just barely enough to see the world outside, and it's just a sad thing, and Baton is just flailing as hard as she can to escape, but she just can't, and the music starts going, Baton starts kissing a tear, and suddenly, oh look, metamorphosis! And boom, Baton escapes just in time, escapes and swims back to the Tadpole Pond, and it's a grand old time. Everyone's happy, it's a grand old time. So, that was my thoughts on Tadpole Treble. Well, you already knew my thoughts from the beginning of the game, so I don't know who I was really joking, but yes, heck yes, it still stands just the same, 10 out of 10, best game I've ever played. You did a great job with this, Matthew Toronto. I hope you liked this video. I hope everyone who watched this video liked this video, and you guys are the best. Thank you, I'll see you guys next time. That's it, bye! Also, if you haven't seen Brawl in the Family, I definitely recommend it. Matthew Toronto did a good job with that one too, because he's an amazing man, best guy.
where May's just still alive in Thunder Creek.
And the scratchy refrain has almost reached its peak.
For Rick will kill you, Richard.
No matter what happens, you can rest assured.
You're the child bad and jerk Thunder Creek.
So go, little tadpole,
Find your way back home.
Swim for that sanctum you see.
go, little tadpole.
You are almost done.
And when you get back, you can say
that you took it in stride.
Inside Thunder Creek.
Thunder Creek.
And thank you for this great game, Matthew.